Hello, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to Stampin' in the Sands live at 5. Today, we're going to be casing the catalog. If you've been following along, usually on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I post downloadable free PDF tutorials. Tuesdays have been my casing the catalog tutorials, and today I realized I didn't have a post ready and I didn't have a project ready. So while I was prepping my project, I decided, well, why not do a live at 5? My husband's not here. He's out of town. He's on a plane on his way to Las Vegas for a conference. So I figured I got the house to myself. Why not jump on and do a live at 5? See if I can bring them back. So what's been happening lately? Let me see. Well, the end of January, we'll just do a little bit of story time here before we get started while everyone catches me. We kind of hit the trifecta at the end of January. My husband had been suffering some really bad back pain for weeks, and he originally thought it was from a crummy mattress that he has in his apartment up in Boston, or his crummy couch up in Boston that he's been sleeping on, that I've been nagging him to get rid of for years. Finally convinced him to go to the doctor. They said it was his sciatic. Told him to take 3 Advil 3 times a day for his sciatic, and it could take 6 weeks for him to feel better, yada, yada, yada. Fast forward, he comes down here to South Carolina, and the weekend of my dog show, he was in so much pain. I made him go to the walk-in medical, and they told him, yes, it's your sciatic. They gave him a shot in the hip, gave him prednisone, and said if it doesn't start feeling better, go see your primary care doctor again. Fast forward, he had an appointment with his oncologist because he's been in remission for 10 years with lymphoma. Turns out he had a 3-inch tumor growing on his aorta, and it was pressing on his sciatic. So I hope he doesn't mind I'm telling everybody this story, but long story short, if you have a pain and it's not going away and they're giving you shots and they're giving you pain meds and nothing's happening, keep digging, because I can't imagine if he had waited like another 6 weeks, hoping the pain was going to go away while this tumor just got bigger and bigger and bigger. So he started treatments last week, and they made him really sick, unfortunately. So he had a second treatment today, and now he's on his way to Las Vegas for a conference, and I'm hoping that this treatment doesn't make him as sick as the last one. So we're going to just, cross our fingers. And then my boy dog came up lame, and he has a strained ACL. So like the football players, he's out of commission and benched for, 2 to 4 weeks, which trying to keep baby Bo contained is not going to be fun. He's already miserable and doesn't understand why he's under, lockdown in his crate. So that's fun. And then Libby is in heat. So poor baby Bo is in his crate 2 doors down from his sister who's in heat. So I'm just having so much fun. So I've been spending a lot of time stamping because it's a creative escape from all of this reality. So anyway, I've got so much to share with you. So I'm really excited to be back here live with you. If you caught my post earlier, did you see the new coordination product releases that came out today that coordinate with Celebration and the mini catalog? Oh my gosh, so exciting. So there's now 5 sets of dies, new dies that coordinate with the Celebration products and the mini catalog products. So we have our special day dies, which have those cute little critters, the bear and the mouse and the little squirrel. We have the Nature's Thoughts dies, the ladybug dies that coordinate with that coveted ladybug set that you can get with a $300 workshop or a $300 order. The Sending Flowers dies that make these great little pop-up flowers and grasses. And the birthday die, which coordinates with that great birthday cake stamp set that you can get for free during celebration, and the Pleased as Punch Designer Series paper that coordinates with all those wonderful bundles in the mini catalog, the tulips, the hearts, the umbrellas, and what's the other one? I can't see. Oh, and the little flower punch that you can get during celebration. So that's really exciting stuff. I placed an order this morning. That was scary. Oops. Don't tell my husband. All right. What else do we have going on in Stamping World right now? Paper Pumpkin. If you're not a Paper Pumpkin subscriber or you want to try it out, February's Paper Pumpkin is set to be a really great set. And it's made to coordinate with the Happy Birthday to You stamp set that you can get for free during celebration that also coordinates with those new dies. So if you're interested in Paper Pumpkin, you can subscribe. I've got links here on my Facebook page, and I'll post them again for you after this live is over. If you caught my last live, it was actually a Paper Pumpkin outside the box tutorial. We made 3 cards using the Paper Pumpkin kit that went outside the box. And I'll be doing that again when my February Paper Pumpkin comes. So that's something you can look into if you're interested in the kits by the mail. Also, I still have some of my paper shares available. So that is 1/4 of every pack of every Designer Series paper that's offered in the mini catalog and the celebration brochure. So I have it all cut up for you into 6x6 squares. You get 2 of each design. And I also label it with the coordinating. I've already chipped into that one. That one's mine. Don't mind that. I also have them all labeled with the coordinating colors, what page you can find them on, in which catalog, the name of the paper, and the reorder number. So if you're interested in participating in my paper share, I still have space available. The cost is $39.95. That includes $8 priority shipping with tracking and insurance. It's payable through PayPal. I pay the fee, so you don't have to worry that it's $39.95 plus an additional PayPal fee. I'm paying the fee out of the $39.95, so there's no additional charge. And your $8 shipping and handling is included in that as well. So that's my paper share. If you're interested in the Designer Series papers that we have available, but not necessarily as a share, and you're interested in getting discounts on all of your future orders, don't forget about the great celebration join promotion. So you can join my family of stampers. You will get the free mini trimmer, and you'll also get this great pack of assorted papers from the mini catalog and celebration. It's not as large of a sampling as the paper share, but it's free when you join. So, hey, I'll take free paper. I don't know about you. You also get the trimmer, and you also get an additional stamp set of your choice of any price from any catalog for free. And you're paying $99 plus tax. You get free shipping on your starter kit, and you get all of that stuff included. So you get $125 in your choice of any products from any catalog, the mini paper trimmer, the Designer Series paper pack assortment I just showed you, and your additional choice of any stamp set for any price. So of course you flip through, you find the one that's the most expensive, that's on your list, and you put that in. That's how I do it. All right, so that's the join promotion. So let's see, we covered the join promotion, my paper share. What's been going on in my life for the last month. What else is going on? I'm still taking Hostess Club enrollment for February. This is our Hostess code. I'll be posting it again on here or on my blog if you're interested in joining my Hostess Club. Hostess Club is a 6-month commitment. There's a minimum order, $35 a month for 6 months. On the 6th month, you are the hostess, and you get you are guaranteed $25 in free product of your choice, plus any additional hostess rewards that you acquire through outside orders. This is our host code again for February. All additional information on my host club, because I'm just kind of flipping through it really quick, can be found on my blog or here on my Facebook page, or you can just contact me and ask me for more information. But it's a great way to work on your wish list without breaking the bank and still earn rewards. So instead of placing a $150 order all at once, you can do smaller incremental orders and still get those hostess rewards at the end of your club commitment. So that's another option for you. I have one other thing I want to share that I'm super, super, super excited about, but I'm going to hold off for 2 seconds. All orders that are placed with me for, I forget the deadline. I think it's another week, a week and a half. I'm sending out this free 4-card tutorial for the Poppies in Bloom stamp set and dies. It's 4 cards. It's got step-by-step instructions on how to make the 4 cards with photos included with all the instructions. And this is free with any $50 order that you place with me. It is time sensitive. I know that's posted here. I think it's pinned at the top of my page, so you can find out more about that. And the next thing I have to share with you, I'm super, super excited about this new offering I have. I have developed a few things here. I have a new class in the mail or PDF class available. I have developed a one-sheet wonder for a 6x6 piece of paper. So this kind of got launched off of my paper share as I was cutting the papers and trying to think of the best way to utilize a 6x6 piece and get the maximum amount of cards from that one little piece of paper. So I have developed a one-sheet wonder for a 6x6 piece of paper that will net you 4 complete cards. So you can get 4 cards from one piece of 6x6 designer series paper. I've also taken it a step further, and I have developed a sketch for each of the 4 cards that I designed using my one-sheet wonder. And then from there, I created the cards using the sketch, and I've got 4 card tutorials using the sketch. So these cards that are in the tutorials are based on the honeybee bundle. Yeah, the honeybee bundle and the coordinating papers from the celebration brochure. So these papers here, I'm totally blanking on the name of them, but that's all right. I can look it up in a minute. But anyway, so what I've done is I have developed 4 cards following my sketches, which follow my one-sheet wonder. So I'm making those available as a class. So the first class option is to purchase the honeybee bundle with the one-sheet wonder template, the 4 card sketches, and the 4 card tutorials, and the supplies for creating the 4 cards direct from me. The class fee is $56 plus an $8 priority mail charge. So I will order the Honeybee bundle for you. I will prepare your One Sheet Wonder template. I will create your 4-card sketches. Well, they're already created, but I'll supply the 4-card sketches, the 4-card tutorials, and cut and prepare the supplies for your 4 cards and mail them all to you in a priority envelope, which will contain the insurance to protect your investment and tracking, so you can track your package as it makes its way to you. So that option is $56 plus the $8 priority mail charge. If you don't need the Honeybee bundle because you already have it, but you're still interested in the One Sheet Wonder template, the card sketches, the card tutorials, any $50 order placed with me that uses the Busy Bees hostess code, which I have highlighted here, but I'm going to be posting it on my page as well as my blog. And you can also contact me for it. You will receive the One Sheet Wonder template, the card sketches, and the tutorials for free, but you have to use that hostess code so I know that that's what your order is for, that you're specifically looking for the Busy Bees tutorials. Now, if you don't need to place an order or you are a demonstrator, so you're not going to be placing an order with me, you can purchase the PDFs only for $15. So that $15 will get you the One Sheet Wonder template for the 6x6 piece of paper. It'll get you the 4-card sketches using the One Sheet Wonder template. And it will get you 4 unique card tutorials for creating the cards based on the sketches that were based on the One Sheet Wonder. So there's 3 different options here for you. Again, I'll be posting all of that information here on my Facebook page as well as on my blog. And you can always comment below or send me an email or send me a PM here on Facebook and ask for more details, and I'll be happy to send them out to you. So these are my cards. I know I've shared this top one with you before, but I didn't share it like as a free tutorial or anything. I think it was just showing you the designer series paper. So again, these 4 cards that I've created use the Honeybee bundle, but the sketches and the tutorials can easily be adapted for any designer series paper or any bundle. So don't think that the tutorials, you can only use them for these specific cards, because they're going to be very adaptable, again, for any designer series paper or any bundle that you want to incorporate into the designs. So that's that. I am super excited. I've been working really hard on that all weekend, and I'm just really, really excited about it. So let's get started with class. I see we have some more people on here, and I haven't been able to keep up with your comments, but thank you very much for joining me this evening. And tonight we're going to be casing the catalog. So that's where I've been getting some inspiration from lately. If you've been following me, you know that when I get a new bundle or a new stamp set, the best way to get to know it is to play along in the catalog. And I think a lot of times we get so swept up in looking at the new product that we miss the samples that are in the catalog. But I absolutely love the way that they've designed this new catalog. I know I've told you before, I don't really like the wide format because it's kind of hard for me to flip and study a 2-page spread that way. But I do like the way that they were able to incorporate more samples in the catalog with this format. So I guess I'll just bear with it. So today we're going to make the 2 cards here that really caught my eye the minute that I opened the catalog and saw this Honeybee bundle. I was really drawn to this bundle, and I don't know why, because bees scare me. But I don't have to be afraid of these bees. These bees aren't going to sting me. These are happy little bees. So today we're going to be making this card here, and we're going to make this shaker card down here. So I'm really excited. So let's get playing. I've tried to do some prep ahead of time because I don't have a lot of room here under the camera. So I tried to do a lot of cutting and prepping ahead of time. So hopefully I haven't dropped any steps here. So the first card we're going to make is the shaker card. And the products that we're going to need, they are Pool Party card base and an additional Pool Party layer. The Very Vanilla is for the inside of the card. And if you're a demonstrator following along with me here, you'll know that in our demonstrator website, back office, whatever you want to call it, we can get the basic recipes for the cards that are in the catalog, but they don't give us directions. They just tell us, what the products were that they used. And then it's up to us to figure out what the sizes are and everything. But what they did tell us is that this card is actually a 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 inch card. So make sure I got that right. Yep, 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. So I thought that was kind of cool. So it's not a card that you would probably mail because it's a little small and it's a little lumpy and bumpy, but it would look super cute hanging on a gift bag or as a tag or tucked inside a gift. But I think it's really cute and I had a lot of fun making it, so I hope you'll enjoy making it with me. So we're starting with a piece of Pool Party cardstock that forms a 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 inch card. So that's what, 3 3/4 by 7.5. And I'm watching a spider outside my window. He just caught my eye. As long as he stays out there. I don't like spiders either. And then I have a 3.5 by 3.5 inch Pool Party layer. And then I have a 3.5 by 3.5 inch white Whisper white layer, and that's going to be for the inside of my card. For additional products, we need a scrap of Whisper white. We need some woven threads sequins. And again, this is kind of my loose interpretation of the card that was in the catalog. We need tear and tape, or I'm going to use the old sticky strip because I had it handy. Glue dots. We need our Pineapple Punch Stampin' Up marker. And we also need the Pool Party Light blends. And then we need our stamp set. So we're using our Honeybee stamp set and the coordinating dies. So those are the Detailed Bee dies. Those are both from the mini catalog. I got my tweezers. What else can I put in this mess? We need a dome. And this is actually the Snow Globe Shaker Domes from the holiday catalog. And then we need our Snow Globe Scenes dies. And we're going to need the one that cuts the snow globe top. So we have that. I'm going to move him aside for a second so I don't lose him. Oh, I have a magnetic dish. Do you think I should use it? I probably should use that, right? Oh, it picked up my tweezers. Put my tweezers in there too. Okay, I have Pool Party ink. I have Memento black ink. Then I have the Sahara Sand. And I have Pear Pizzazz. So we can start with our stamping. I just had some stuff hit the floor. All right, so we're going to start stamping. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my card front, all right, and I've got my bees, and I need my ink. I need my Pool Party. And I'm just going to randomly stamp onto the little card front. But I want to scrap. I don't want to dirty my grid paper. Is anyone else like that? They don't want to dirty their grid paper, so they still use still use scratch paper on top of their pretty grid paper. So I'm going to stamp off, and then I'm going to stamp on, because we just need this to be very, very subtle. It doesn't need to stand out a lot. So there's the big bee. And then I can come back and fill in with my baby bee. And that's all the stamping that we have to do on that card front. And that's all we need the pool party for, but I'll keep it close just in case I lose track of myself. Okay, so then I'm gonna clean my little bee. And I have to tell you, I was the last holdout for ordering this Stampin' Scrub. And I actually find myself using it more than I thought I would. I'm always like the last one to catch on to a trend. All right, so next we need to do some stamping on our scrap paper. So I need a hive. I hope you can see. I hope there's not so much glare that you can't see into this card. I think it's catching the light bulb. I think that's good. You can see that pretty good, right? All right, so now I need a hive. Try not to wiggle this table. All right, so we're going to do a hive in Sierra Sand. And then, sorry, I'm going to have to clean this off in between because we need this for the next card. All right, so there's my hive. Then we need 2 of these flowers. Now I'm stamping both of these flowers in Pear Pizzazz. I think in their recipe they said they used Old Olive, but I found that to be really dark. And I just want to leave enough room that I can die cut. All right. So I got that. Got my Pear Pizzazz. And then next we need to do our bees. So we need 3 little bees in Memento Black. So we got 1. I love these little bees. They're so cute. All right, so we got 3 bees with our Memento Black. And then, and I'm just cleaning this all off in between because inevitably I'll drop something on the stamp and make a giant mess. Okay. Then I'm going to use my Pineapple Punch marker. Oh, my camera went crooked. Sorry. I don't know what happened there. I didn't hit it. Okay, so I'm going to take my marker and I'm going to fill in my flowers just right over that outline. So it has a little bit of a green edge, but that's okay because it actually gives some extra dimension to the flowers. And then I'm going to fill in the bee body with his stripes. Give him his yellow stripes. And then there's a little bit up here by his head that I'm going to color as well. Now you could use your pool party marker, Stampin' Right marker, but I would probably scribble it on a block or something and pick it up with a blender pen or a watercolor pen, because I think if you use your Pool Party marker, it would probably be a lot darker than this light Pool Party Stampin' Blend. So you'd need something to lighten and soften up that color just a little bit if you use the marker. Okay, so there's my little bee. So now his little wings have a little color to them. Okay, so that's what we have for our die cutting of our stamped images. And actually, I missed a flower. I didn't get this one. Or if I did, it's not very dark. Okay, much better. All right, so the other thing we need to do is we need to die cut some little honeycomb pieces, if you can see them shaking around in there. So I chose to use Grapefruit Grove and Pineapple Punch. And through the magic of preparedness, I have already die cut my little piece of pineapple, my little piece of grapefruit. I've also die cut my little hive. I also die cut 3 bees, but I haven't colored them yet. And I die cut my flower branches, but I still need to color those. And I also die cut out the center of my card front to make room for that window. And I just did that ahead of time because I just know I don't have a lot of room under here, and I'd probably send you guys all askew in an instant. Once I get back up and running with these Facebook Lives, it'll be a lot easier. So I'm just going to quickly color these images that I had pre-die cut. Sorry, I didn't realize I didn't do that ahead of time. But it'll only take a second, I promise. It won't take long. I'll be quick. The other thing that I did is when I made my first sample, I just filled the bubble with my shaker bits, so to speak. And I realized that I probably should have glued some of these down because they all end up kind of pulled at the bottom. So when I was preparing for today's live, I actually glued down 3 of the little honeycomb bits and 3 sequins, just so that we'd have something that was always there, so to speak, so it didn't all pool down to the bottom. And then when we're done, we can see what we like better. Can see if it makes a difference or not. I just thought it would be something interesting to try. I know some people do it. I didn't think it was going to make a difference when I was preparing for the class, but let's see. Let's see if it does. Okay, so now we have all our bits. And now's the part where I hold my breath because we're going to assemble. All right, so we have our card front that I pre-die cut and that we've stamped. And I have my card base. So we just have to start putting our layers together. So the way I started was with my hive. So I just eyeballed laying it down on the center. And then I put the card front on top, and I kind of placed it about where I thought I was going to want it. And then I think I'm going to use tape adhesive as opposed to glue. So I'll just hold that down, pull that away. It shifted a little, but it should be okay. Then I'll lift it up, put some adhesive, and then I can adjust. So it has to be just a little straighter. So that should be good. And then I'm sure someone has an easier way than this, but this is how I'm doing it. So if you have an easier way, I mean, it's probably just as easy to use the liquid glue, but I'm afraid if I use the liquid glue, I'm going to make a mess and then I'll have to start over. And nobody wants to put up with that. Okay, so now we have that. And I'm actually going to glue down, you can't see in here, but I glued down one of my bees and I put one up on a dimensional under the dome. So I've got a dimensional for one bee. I gotta get them up. And you can curl up their little wings if you want. Okay. Get these backings off. Okay. So where do I want to put this? I think I put a rhinestone in the way. I have a little bit of room. So I guess he can go up there. That should work. Nope, that's not going to work. Okay, so let me tell you, gluing the rhinestones and the little gizmos on there ahead of time did me no favors. It did me no favors at all. So we're just going to have to hope, because now I don't have the wiggle room that I had when I created the first one. Oh well, live and learn, right? Would I have rather not found that out on a Facebook Live? Yep. But work with it, right? So then this one I'm going to glue down with liquid glue. So there's this guy. And then I'm just going to put a few more. So I think I did 5. I did 5 and 7 so that it was odd numbers. So that's 3, 4, 5 yellow guys, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 orange guys, right? 2, 4, 7 orange guys. You know what? I got extra. Let's put an extra couple in here. 9. The other one looks like it doesn't have a whole lot of stuff in it. Just load in a few more little things, right? I don't know. Is there a law to how many bits you put in a shaker card? I know you can overfill it, but can you underfill it? Yep. I guess you can underfill it and overfill it. Okay, so these, again, I'm just going with the woven thread sequins. I can't really tell what they used in their card. So I'm just going to pile in some sequins. Okay, so now the moment of truth, and we're ready to put our dome on. This is the part I've been afraid of, because this is when there's no turning back. All right, so this dome has adhesive on both sides, which is awesome because you don't have to add it yourself or think about what kind of adhesive to use. So all I'm going to do is take my dome. Oh, you know what? Oh my gosh, guys, I'm an idiot. I cut it with the wrong thing. I cut it ahead of time, thinking I was all that, and I cut it with the honeybee instead of the snow globe. Good grief. Okay, we have to die cut. I'll tell ya. He who thinks they're prepared and I don't have enough room here to do this. I'll tell you, just when you think you've prepared yourself, I'm looking at it, and the whole time I'm looking at it, I'm thinking it doesn't look right. I go to put the dome on, and sure enough, it's not going to work. What a dummy. Well, I'm going to have to do this the best I can, right? What a dummy. Oh, good grief, people. Oy. That's what happens when you're, you think you're going to get this all prepared ahead of time so you can look all that ready to go. And I messed it up. Oh well. It's not alive until you, until you make a mistake, right? Oh my gosh. Ugh. Oh well. Could have been worse, right? What a dope. What a dope. Oh well, could have been a lot worse. All right, back to where we started. So I had removed the adhesive, and my camera is still crooked. I'm sorry. The camera's still crooked. There we go. Okay, back to our originally scheduled program. So now we can lay down our little dome and fit this over the top. And no one will ever know that Mary messed it up. Okay, now on the back, we also have another adhesive paper layer to remove, but I need to add some more adhesive to the card front. And I chose to go with tear and tape only because it's thicker than, I went with the sticky strip, the red stuff, because I think it's thicker than the tear and tape. So I didn't know if it was going to make a big difference when I put the card together. And I had some of this handy, so I figured I'd try this. Because you have the thickness of the dome itself. And I figure we're going to all this work, right? We want to have it hold together. So I'm just going to piece this together. Make sure there's not a whole lot of gaps. Except I keep losing the end. All right. Hopefully I haven't lost too many of you. Hopefully you're still here. All right. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is remove the sticky from the dome, because you can bet that that would be the first thing I would forget to do. And then my shaker card would leak. And that would be really bad. I wonder if anyone's ever done a video on Facebook Live bloopers. Wouldn't that be funny? When cards go bad. That'd be pretty funny. Do a whole series. When good cards go bad. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can do this now, because now I have to put this dome on the top of my card and not mess it up. And this little bee wing is getting in my way. Move your wing, buddy. All right, let's see. And I'm trying to do this. Oh, this bee is driving me nuts. The problem is I put those stupid rhinestones in ahead of time. I gotta lift this up so I can see what I'm doing, because I'm blind. I just squashed his little wing, but that's okay. All right, so I can definitely tell you that putting those rhinestones on ahead of time that were glued on there was a big mistake. I don't like it. And it messed me up. So I wouldn't do it. Or if I did it, I would do it differently. So his wing got a little mashed, but it's okay because we're going to cover it up with a flower. So now we're going to take our flowers and put them on the front of the card. And that's going to cover up his poor little bent wing there. I just need my glue dots. And I already lost them. Oh, good grief. They're right in front of me. All right, so we're going to use glue dots for this. So let's see. I got one on that flower there. And I've got one here. And then I'll probably do one down here. Oh, Tammy's here. Hi, Tammy. This is Mary's bloopers episode. Yeah, see, that bee didn't get placed good because of the adding those shaker bits ahead of time. But he's okay. I guess he looks all right. All right, now we got another flower. So we need some more dots. Okay. Let's see. I think this one has to go down here. Okay. Relax. It'll be over soon. Okay. There's another flower. That's a little low, but we're going to cover that up. Okay, then ahead of time, I stamped the Thinking of You from the set. So that's right here, the Thinking of You, Sweet Friend. I just stamped the Thinking of You on some old olive, and this is just one of those strips you have left over after you've cut your card bases and your layers. And I'm going to do the triple banner punch to flag the ends. Because unlike those of you that can make beautiful flags with paper snips, I am not one of you. And I am not knocking myself. I cannot do it. You know, you see people that just come in with their snips and they make these perfect little flagged ends, and I can barely even do it with a punch. Nope. It is not in my wheelhouse, and I can't line this up because I can't see it. That's a little close, but I got it done. And then we're going to use more glue dots. It's almost time for a new roll. Okay, so we got glue dots on that, and then this is just going to go right across the front. Like so, and somehow I have stuck my fingers together. And then we have one last little bee, and maybe I can get the glue dot off of my finger and use it on the bee. All right. So here's our little bee, and he's going to go right on the front. And that little bee down there is kind of hidden. So I think I'm going to do him in the middle, because I can't see the one that's under there. He got buried. So there's the front of the card all done. And then for the inside, I'm just going to take my Whisper White piece and my Memento Black and my little baby bee. And I'm going to stamp, I got one there, and then I got one there. I'll clean this off, and then I'll color in the little bee. Okay, color in my little bee. again with the pineapple punch. Give his little stripies some color. Probably needed to dry a little bit longer. Color his wings with my blend. And there's the inside. Add some adhesive. And so there you go. There's our little shakers. I love these bees. Aren't they cute? Look at the little bees. All right. So to finish off the outside of the card, I had to give it a little shake before I did this, because after I do this next step, it's going to have to sit for a while. I need my rhinestones again and my tweezers, and then I'm just going to adhere a few to the front. So again, I did the odd numbers. I went with 5, and this one I think I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 up top and 2 at the bottom. All right, so that is the fine tip liquid glue. Just make sure I get this in the right spot. I ruined a perfectly good fine tip glue tool by missing the little hole. All right, now I need my glasses because I can't see. All right, so I'm just gonna pick up some random little rhinestones. And I hope you can see that because I can't see. Okay. Ah, they stick to your fingers. They're slippery little suckers. It's like Julia Roberts with the escargot. All right, I'll put that one there. Oh, poop. I just said poop on a Facebook Live. Oops. Oh my gosh. I need the glue back. Oh, forget it. I'll do that in a second. Now I get a rhinestone stuck to my finger. I cannot be the only one that has to fiddle around with these rhinestones. Good grief. Okay, so once you get your rhinestones placed, I highly suggest you do not move the card for a while till it dries. I'm going to spend the whole time just chasing these stupid rhinestones around. Good grief. Okay, there you go. We did it. It's done. Yay! Woohoo! Look at that. They're done. Okay, so I hope you like it. I took it right out of the catalog. So I hope you love it. I'm going to put it aside to dry after all that. I don't want to ruin it. Okay, card number 2. We survived one. Look at that. All right, card number 2. This one's less stressful. Maybe I should have led with it. All right, let's see. Where did I put the pieces? Okay. So this is our second card. This one is much easier. We just have a peacock card base with a stitched layer and then a whole bunch of embellishments. So I've already pre-done a lot of the work and hopefully I didn't do it wrong. like on the last card. But that's half the fun, right? Half the fun is when, you know, I make a mistake and you have to watch me fix it. Okay, so I have my Pretty Peacock card base, and I've cut it 8.5 by 5.5 and then scored it at 4.25 so it'll stand up that way. I just dropped my bits on the floor. And then using the stitched rectangles, I have pre-cut the second to largest, okay? So, you know, they come in the set. We get the largest, this is the second to largest, and so on down. So this is the second to largest, and I already die cut it because as you saw, there's not a lot of room in here. And then I'm going to stamp with the Pretty Peacock. Okay. And we've got the flower stem image. And we just need to do, actually, I'll just use this one. What's the difference? Just pull that off from the other one. Okay, so all we're gonna do is full strength. Now on the last one, we did, we stamped off. This time we're gonna do full strength. Make sure I'm in the screen here. How much stamping did I do off the screen? Hope it wasn't a lot. I have no idea where we're at. Okay. I need to make sure you're in the screen. Okay, so we're just gonna random stamp it. Going around our die cut. Now you could do this before you die cut your panel. I thought it would just save time if I did it now, I did it ahead of time. So you might get a better layout if you just random stamped on your paper and then cut it out. All right, so there's that one. So that's our base. All right, I'm gonna clean that off. Okay, so this is when it gets interesting. This is when we're gonna find out if I can be a genius. All right, so we need a scrap of Whisper White. What did I do with that nice scrap I just had? I just had a very nice scrap. Here we go. Okay, so if I had markers, I would be the happiest girl on earth. But I have failed to order the in-color marker assortment that has the Pretty Peacock in it. And I didn't order this morning and I forgot again. Don't you hate when that happens? Because now I have to be a genius. So I want to color my flowers in Pretty Peacock and I want to do my stems in Old Olive. And I don't have the Pretty Peacock marker. So that means I have to dip. So I'm going to have to strategically take my ink pad and ink up the flowers. And then, that wasn't very good. It's a lot easier to do when you can hold it up to your face and not have to hold it 2 feet in front of you. Okay, so I did that. And then I'm going to take a Q-tip and I'm going to clean the mess I made of my edges. Because that's quite a mess. And clean my block because you know I'll get my finger in that. And then I'm just going to clean up a little bit here. All right. And then I can take my marker for the green, for the old, this is Old Olive. and I can direct to rubber color in the stem and the leaves. Okay. Make sure we got good coverage. Okay, and then we huff. So, I'm gonna huff. And then I can stamp and see how it did. There we go, not bad. All right, not bad for not having the marker, right? I'll take it. I will take that. All right, next we need a mint macaron hive. Put that over there. Need a mint macaron hive. And then we need our bees. Now in the recipe, they said they used the new Stays-On, the saddle brown. I don't have that either. So I'm using Cajun Craze. It's close enough. Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna be holding my card up against the catalog and saying it's not exactly the same. So we need 2 bees with the fake saddle brown Stays-On. Okay, and then we need to die cut all those pieces with their coordinating dies. All right, so we have our little beehive from the set. We have the left facing and right facing flowers, and then we just have to do the bees twice because we only have one of him. So from the magic of being prepared, I have my right facing flower, my left facing flower, I have my 2 little bees, and I have my hive. I also die cut the little hearts. If you can see, there's a little teeny tiny heart there. So I also die cut the hearts, and that is also part of the set. And may as well use my little magnetic dish. That is actually these little hearts right here. So you get 2 of the little hearts. And then I die cut from Whisper White the largest of the stitched rectangles. And that's going to be for the inside of my card. So this is the second largest that I use for the front of the card. This is the absolute largest that I'm going to use for the inside of the card. So now all we have to do is assemble. So I've got my card front that we did the random stamping on, and we're going to need a ton of dimensionals. I popped up everything. So I've got my hive. Now also in the recipe, they said that they used, I think, white trim and dyed it with the saddle brown Stays-On. So of course I had to think outside the box. Oh, baby Bo is singing. And I'm using the Nature's Twine. So this has the mint macaron, the blackberry bliss, grapefruit grove, and crumb cake. And I'm just going to use the crumb cake. And the way that I positioned my dots, I did 2 at the bottom and 1 at the top so that I can leave room for my twine. So what I did is I just put down a little bit of adhesive to hold it in place. And then when I flip it over, oh, Bo, poor Bo, he's so miserable. Poor guy, can't run, has to be leash walked everywhere. Has to be in his crate because he's nuts. Okay, so I'm gonna, I didn't leave myself enough room when I cut that. I needed it more this way. Oops, forgot. The knot's not going in the middle, it's going all the way to the left. Okay, so I'm gonna tie my knot over to the right. I feel like I'm off the camera. All right. And it's just gonna be a knot. Okay. And then I don't want it that high. I'm gonna scotch it down just a little because I want it down here more. Yeah, so that looks good. All right, so I tied my knot and then I trimmed the ends. And then it started unraveling on me and I actually decided that I liked it. Oh, you guys are skawunkus again. No wonder I keep going off camera. My camera keeps tilting. All right, so I'm undoing the edges because I actually want them unraveled. Why is it that they always unravel perfectly when you don't want them to, but then when you want them to, you have to fight it? Good grief. Okay. And then I can always set that knot with a glue dot too if I don't think it's gonna stay. Okay. So I'm just gonna build from there. So I'm gonna take the dimensionals off the hive. And this is still crooked. And put it down here. Okay. And then I don't know if they flat glued their sample. It almost looked like they flat glued it and then did some additional layer with fussy cutting flower tops and doing extra layers. But I'm just going to do it this way. So I'm going to use the mini dimensionals and put a couple there. And then we have to trim up some little bits because I need some little skinny pieces. So off the edges of my dimensionals, I'll just cut a little strip because there's all this extra border. May as well use it, right? All right, make it easier on myself. So I'm just gonna cut some little pieces off of here. I think these are too big. I'll see how it goes. Don't know. That's a little big. I think we're gonna have to do some trimming. I made them a little too long. Oh well, it's one of those things. Should have done it ahead of time, but I didn't. That's all right. Won't take long to trim them up. Boy, wouldn't you guys love to be a fly on the wall when I'm in here making a mess by myself? Because I actually talk to myself like this when I'm doing it. Maybe I shouldn't admit it, but. So instead of doing that with you, I pre-stamped my hello, and that's in Pretty Peacock on Whisper White. So I pre-stamped it so that you wouldn't see me have to stamp it 10 times. And then I'm gonna cut another strip. Little skinny strip of dimensional. And oh, you did lose me and now I'm back? It must have been that stupid call. Because Facebook Lives, you can go pretty long. I'm sorry, it must have been that stupid call that got through my do not disturb. I'll tell you. Spammers. I'm going to blame the spammers. I can't believe I was gone that long. You guys missed a ton. Ugh. I'm going to have to hope that it, that's too long. I'm going to have to hope that it kept recording. Now I cut too much off of that end. Good grief. Well, that's upsetting. What a bummer. Well, I'm going to have to hope that on the replay I don't go away, because it means you must have missed a lot. All because some spammer got through my blocking calls and do not disturb. What a bummer. That's frustrating. Okay. So there's the card front, and then this whole thing is going to go up on dimensionals too. Now I'm going to have to watch the replay and see if it kept recording even though I disappeared. Bummer. Okay. Well, anyway, there's the front. Okay. So there's the card front, all done. And then I have my inside that I dropped on the floor. Now I'm all frazzled. What did I do? Oh, I did the bees in the hive. Okay, so on the inside, I'm going to stamp the hive again. Never leave the inside of your card naked. So I'm going to do the hive again in the corner. And then I'm going to do the bees. And I could have done this when I had them out the first time, but oh well. Okay, so there's our hive, and then we got our little Cajun Craze bees. And they're going to buzz. All right, so they're buzzing around on the inside of the card too. And a little bit of adhesive. Well, I hope, Cindy, that the replay doesn't have breaks, because that's really annoying. Unless it's my Wi-Fi, but I wasn't showing any issues on my end. It had to have been that stupid call. All right, so there's the inside. And then on the envelope, I put some bees because I never mail a naked envelope, or I try not to. So there's our cards. So we have our bees on our pretty peacock. Can you see that? Yep. So there's the inside and there's the outside. And then we have our shaker cards. Hopefully this one's dry and my things aren't going to fall off. I'll shake gently. So there's our shaker card. So there you go. So there we have it. Casing the catalog, Mary style. Two of my favorite cards from the catalog. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed today's class. I really hope that the breaks from that stupid call coming through got recorded through and aren't just big gaps, because that would be terrible. And don't forget, if you are interested in my One Sheet Wonder card tutorial class, just email me and let me know that you're interested in the class, and I will send you the PayPal link for that, and the One Sheet Wonder template, the 4-card sketches, the 4-card tutorials. And if you're interested in purchasing the Honeybee bundle and the make and takes, let me know and I'll invoice you for that. If you just want the templates and the sketches and the tutorials for free, you can just place your $50 order with me using the hostess code. I'm going to go and put that in the link in the description. Put that link in the description of this live, or if you're interested in just the PDFs for the One Sheet Wonder, the 4-card sketches and the 4-card tutorials, those will be available for $15. You can just email me with your email address. I'll send you the link through PayPal and get those right out to you. So I hope you've enjoyed today's class. I hope you've enjoyed following along with me as we case the catalog. So thanks a lot, everybody, and happy stamping. I'll catch you another day. Bye.